Okay, good morning. So we're going to try to be a little bit quick here because my girlfriend had a horrible night with the baby, so I need to help out. And we are building something new at Code Sandbox, and we're discussing what kind of approach we're going to do building like the application logic. And I did a proof of concept of like a visual tool, and it's like object-oriented based, like you have classes and stuff, and that's something that most developers can relate to. But again, like we are using React, and the React primitives has gotten pretty good, and especially with React states on top, we're kind of enforcing, or we have this really nice abstraction of a feature which deals really well with asynchronicity using the state machines. The whole application is driven through dispatches and so on. So we're going to discuss that a bit more. But oh, I didn't refactor this one. Use states. Anyways, so what we're going to do is, sorry about this, use states, context, action. But we need to make it testable, because it really isn't testable yet. Oh, use navigation. Oh, did I forget to remove this? Oh, yeah, this is Navigo. This should be router provider, really. Okay, maybe we can look at this first, because the thing is that we want to move our external tools outside of the application so that we can test it. And this is one example. We're actually done that already, though we're calling it navigation provider, but this is actually wrong. This should be router provider. So let's change that. Router provider. And we should not use new Navigo here. This should actually be provided outside of the application. Let's see. So here we want to do new Navigo. And the point is that, let's see, router provider, router, and here we are going to create an interface for that router, and this router needs to be able to, let's see, what are we going to do? We want to do, let's see, navigation, let's see, use router provider, use router context. Okay, I thought we were going to do Firebase, but we're going to do the router instead. Export interface router, and then we have router. And this is router context. And this is where we put the router. Cool. Oh, sorry. Router. Now, and we can choose the interface for this, right? We can choose whatever we want there. So we just want a way to express routing. And basically what we need to do that is, and we can like be inspired by the Navigo API here. So let's see how we're doing this. We are having an on function which takes like a route and then a callback, and then we also have a resolve. Okay, so we need those two things. So we need on route, which is a string, and then we have callback, which should take what does it take? Data. We can actually make this generic data, data would be T, or maybe we can just actually do this. So let's see. Let's see. We just want the params here. We don't care about anything else. Oh, sorry, this is not an implementation. It doesn't return anything. This is, sorry, I'm messing up the syntax. And then we have resolve, or maybe we can call it something. Well, resolve is actually a good term. Okay, so now we have our routing interface. So we simplified it a little bit. So when this thing is use router provider, we should now be able to say router here, and then we'll rather say navigation here. Router, and then this will be navigation transform, navigation dispatch. Yeah, I forgot to. Now, and this should actually have, oh, params. And now I should be able to say user ID is a string and ID, what the hell? And ID is also a string. Oops. And now params, and we should be able to use those without any worries. So I'm saying that this is the kind of interface I want to consume. And then it's up to the application to actually provide this. So let's see. Pick action. Oh. Cool. We don't need that one. Okay. So now we have our router provider. We have created an interface that we want to use. And now we have to, let's see. Oh, use a navigation. What are we doing here? Okay, so we also want to navigate. Use router. So let's add that to the interface. Navigate, and that is just a string. It doesn't return anything. Okay, so this is the stuff we need. So now it's up to us to actually provide that. So we would now, for example here, we would say router would be new navigo. And then we actually have to provide this. So we need on. This takes a URL and a callback. And this should now be typed. It should be typed. Why the hell isn't it typed? Didn't we put a router in there? Oh, no. What the hell? Why isn't this typed? I'm typing the router. That's interesting. Because it does, like it says, what? Oh, sorry. Router provider. What the hell? Router any? Oh, sorry. Router provider. There we go. There we go. And on should now be typed with a URL and a callback. So the thing is that we just need to transform this, right? So we now need to point to our actual router, and we want to say on URL, but the callback doesn't fit the signature here because we actually want data. And then we do callback data. And I'm not sure if we can actually define the Yeah, so data can like be null here. And it just says that it, which could be unrelated to null. So if we say data, we pass the data, or we do. I don't think this really helps. Yeah, it doesn't matter because data would be like null. So we can just do any here because this is a little bit tricky because there's no way to infer that you actually have the data there. So we can say that in our interface, so this would equal extends like, can we say this? No, that's not valid. So it does extend string, but it can also be null. That's the thing. Like maybe the params are there, maybe they are not. Yeah, so if we do data equals null, does this work? No, that just gives both of them. I wonder why it says that null is assignable to the constraint. Yeah, because I don't like that. Like the thing is that you might not have this, and if you don't have, oh, I'm getting stuck in typing. God damn it! This is not my intention. Like, let's just say that okay, I'm always getting the params, but they might be empty. Let's simplify the thing. And this one can be something or it can be null. So it's either data or it's an empty object. What the hell does this mean? Key string. Key string is assignable to the constraint, but T could be. What the hell does that mean? There are two common causes. You're doing the first one. In TypeScript, a concrete instance is not allowed to be assigned to a type parameter. Following, you can say a problem. Problem a extend string. And the blower and you guys also knows network. Okay, I don't understand this. Why is this? Why doesn't it? What is this constraint? I don't understand this. With a different. Does anyone know this? Could be instantiated with a different subtype of constraint. I don't understand this. I'm explicitly saying you have to be something like this. Oh, I think I know. It's because this doesn't say what it is. It doesn't say that it's string. So I have to explicitly say that this is an actual... Yeah, this is kind of silly. I wish I could just... Does that help? No. Now I really don't understand what's happening here. Okay. God damn, I hate getting stuck in this typing when I have other plans. If data, else. So this should be good. Like just passing in data. That doesn't even work. What the hell? It's the same type. Key string. Key string. A different subtype. What the hell does that mean? This is the same. Oh, is it because... Oh. Is it because this object type... Yeah, I'm taking it too literally. It can be like anything. But then how do I express this more concretely then? But I don't understand that because it's the same thing. Like it's the same... I seriously don't understand this. I'm not going to spend any more time on this. I have no idea what happened there. Okay, so we're exposing let's see, data or object, because we want to ensure that we always have an object there. But we'll do it as an... God damn it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I have yeah, because why does it work now? Oh yeah, it was because I was... Okay, so the problem... This one is actually correct typed, but when I just use data... Wait a minute, I have to figure this out. This is super annoying. So if data... What is data here? Yeah, I have no idea. Like, why doesn't it work here? This makes absolutely no sense to me. Fucking TypeScript. Such a love-hate relationship. Anyways, resolve is router.resolve. And then we have navigate, and that will be URL, router.navigate URL. Cool. So what we've effectively done now is router provider. Let's see. Oh, are we not using it? Yeah, by the way, I forgot the hover. Dashboard provider, is it actually using... Cool. So what did we actually do now? We actually made this testable. So for example, if we want to now test navigation, we have now the possibility to mock out. So let's try to do that. New file. Let's add jest. And we need bubble. Well, first we need, let's see, what do we need? We need jest. Using bubble. And we also need TypeScript. Then we need a bubble config. Like that. Oh, let's add that as well. And now we have navigation test tsx describe navigation. So this is what we're actually going to test. We're going to test writing a test for this. So let's see. Import a navigation provider from navigation. So we have a navigation provider now. Should have initial state. So this is the big question. Like this is, if we find a good way to do this, this is definitely a candidate for our new stuff at Code Sandbox. Oh, sorry. This is just navigation. So to make navigation actually render, so how do we actually render stuff? Guides. Framework guides. Testing React apps. Okay. Yarn and preset and preset. Okay. Wow, there's a ton of stuff we need there. Yeah, and then we can add jest. Just look at me going here. Like, how much stuff do I have to set up just to do testing? I'm not blaming jest. I'm just complaining about the world we live in. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, so this is like a snapshot testing thing. Okay, so we would have to import this stuff. This is the interesting thing, is that we're actually going to test like application logic, but we're using React for this. So that's the thing. So let's, we need to actually render a component here. And this component needs a router provider. We actually have to mock this router now, right? Should register routes, for example. So we need to mock. So you wouldn't like manually mock this every time. We could like create a router mock, and then we could like create some abstraction around that. But let's just do it inline for now. On so we don't what we really care about here is that it actually registers the routes. And the question is, like, what do we actually care about? Do we care about the specific routes? That seems like overkill. What we really want to know is that it does indeed register the routes. So yeah, how should we do this? Maybe we should do something simpler, because that's a difficult thing. Like with testing, like, should you actually test? Like, I feel like I'm just rewriting the implementation. But okay, let's just do this. So, and then we have resolve. We don't really need to do anything there. And then we have navigate, and we don't have to do anything there. So what we really want here, we don't care about the callback, because we're not going to actually call it. But let's push the URL to the route. A little bit unsure what you're complaining about. TSX. Did I type something wrong here? What's happening here? Oh. But, hey? Oh, there we are. Hidden. That was quite hidden. Okay. So what we're going to do now is you're going to use the navigation. The navigation requires some. I think it requires children as well. Hello. Oh. What the hell are you complaining about? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so the interesting thing here is, yeah, this is interesting because now we're starting to talk about, yeah, so now it will actually go ahead and it will fire up everything. Yeah, we're not going to get through this, but it's interesting to see, because what happens now is that, okay, we have isolated the router, which means that we can actually test everything here. We can do like dispatches and everything. But if we were to move to dashboard, it would actually load up the dashboard provider, dashboard, everything, which means that we also need to externalize our Firebase service. What's cool about this is that we can actually write complete integration tests. So like firing up the navigator, we could like move between the dashboard, Excalidraw, and everything. And we can actually check that it renders out correctly. The whole freaking app, which is pretty cool. But that means we need to externalize our Firebase thing as well, and I don't have time for that. But what we can do, what we can test is that it registers the routes, because I do believe, like, since we're not resolving anything, it will kind of get stuck in initializing, right? Because what moves it from initializing to one of these pages is that we resolve the route, and then it triggers a dispatch, and then it actually moves into the page. So I think we can do that just to try it out. But yeah, this isn't supposed to have any children. That's why it was complaining. So we can still test this. And the thing is that it registers these routes asynchronously. So I have really no idea how we wait for oh yeah, we can also mock the components. That's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. But how do we actually wait? Does it have any async example? Just React wait for effect. You can set a timeout to do asynchronous checks. Okay, so does it run use effect right? Okay, let's just try this. Expect routes to equal. Okay, just this will of course fail, but we just want to test this. Oh. What the fuck? Okay, so we also need to. This is fucked up. Okay, so we're definitely not getting through this. It fails on using Excalidraw, of course. We can't run that in Node. So like, but it makes sense. Like, we want our React application to be completely clean, and that means that we need to yeah, but I do wonder why does it yeah, because it imports it. And then for some reason Babel, wait, is this right? This sucks. To search for filter on no Excalidraw. Can I just manual mocks? Can I just do this? No, it's just isn't able to run Excalidraw in. Oh. Okay. What did it say? Adjacent to no modules, there should be a folder named mocks. Yeah, and now what? Oh, there we go. FS.js. So this would be, can I name it that? This is fucked up. I can't name it that. Like, how the fuck is it going to find it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking JavaScript, fucking environment. Ah, I'm so... Oh. Okay. So that should work. Sorry. Where did it go? Mux. Okay, so I did something. Oh yeah, but now we're... Yeah, Excalidraw is importing some CSS stuff. Fuck. Okay, so this, my whole point there just got insanely more complicated because of Excalidraw. Fuck. So I didn't even get to my point there. Oh, this is so annoying. And this is actually part of... Okay, so what if I say... Well, this is no modules. Mocking user manual. For example, to mock a module called user in the modules directory, create a file called... Okay, so if I do mocks Excalidraw, yeah, but I'm not importing this thing. I'm importing like specifically... this won't work because I'm having like specific imports here. What the hell happened here? Okay, this is a really bad project to do testing in because of Excalidraw. It's like impossible to get testing to work here without mocking out the whole thing. What the hell happened there? Did I delete something? What did I do? Types, digest. Huh? I don't understand. Add JSON to the types field in your JS config. It did work. When did it suddenly start yelling? Okay, that makes sense. Why this? Oh. But yeah, I have to figure out how to mock Excalidraw, because this is the thing that's not working here, and we're not able to actually test this. Well, I guess what we could do here quickly is just not import Excalidraw. So let's just don't import these things, because that's not what we're going to test anyways. Just to see if we can get the test running. And I have to do something about the damn Excalidraw thing. Okay, cool. So we have our test running, but it actually equals. So how do we just wait for use effect? Doesn't say anything about act. Isn't this the thing that runs the... Hello. Press for assertion. Yeah, how do I wait for it to actually have the routes there? React test render. Create. Oh. So there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, so we don't really need this. We just need to, okay, cool. So now, yeah, exactly. You see it has registered the routes. So now we could actually test this. User ID and ID. Cool. Okay, but this is great. At least we got a test running. So the complexity here was the Excalidraw thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this. I think I need to... Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do about that. I need to kind of try to isolate it somehow. Yeah, I think I'm going... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a file that's going to actually expose the stuff I'm using from Excalidraw. And then I can mock that file instead. So I have like the Excalidraw source here, but then I'm going to create a file called like Excalidraw API, and then that will be, maybe I can even do that now. Excalidraw API. So in the Excalidraw canvas, we're actually importing some stuff. So we're importing that, so we can say export resolvable promise, and then import resolve Excalidraw API, and then in Excalidraw, I think I'm also grabbing stuff. Okay, so I'm getting that directly from, let me see here. Oh yeah, export to canvas, there you are. This is an important one. So we're going to import this from the Excalidraw API instead. Cool. And now I should be able to mock this one instead. So if I were to create mocks and then new Excalidraw API, maybe I can use TypeScript here, I don't know. Okay, let's see what happens now. Constants. Yeah, I wonder why it doesn't work. Why does it look into this stuff? Wasn't this how I created manual mocks? Mocking user. Manual mocks are defined by writing a module in a mock subdirectory immediately adjacent to the module. For example, to mock a module called user in models directory, create a file called user.js and put it in the mocks directory. Excalidraw API. Excalidraw API. Okay, so it looks like I need well, I can just remove this. Let's see, Excalidraw source. Where do we have this? Like there's actually quite little stuff I need from this thing. It's only that yeah, and this is in Excalidraw constants. Oh. Outside the module. Okay, what I think I need to do, I actually need to go in and I need to like extract exactly what I need to make the rendering of the like export to canvas work. It's so sad that it's not like built like Excalidraw is built in such a way it's tightly integrated. So as you can see, I just want to export to canvas, but for some reason I have to bring in like SAS stuff because it's not headless. I wish Excalidraw was headless, so all the logic for actually drawing was just an API, and then you could import that as a package. That would help a ton. But like I that's easy for me to say now because I have a special need, and in hindsight it's always easy to see that stuff. But okay, so because the thing is I have a little bit more time, but we actually got through to some testing now, which I'm happy about. So and I kind of see how this is actually going to work. Cool, let's see what we're doing. So we have utils here. And the only thing I need from you, well, we have this what's it called? Resolvable promise. That's an isolated thing, so that can be there. The problem is I'm also, and that's a nice thing now, it's this export to canvas. So I have to figure out like what do I actually need from this. Render scene, get default app state. Do I need rough? An open color? Well, yeah, this is, I'm not sure how I'm going to actually make this work. Appearance filter. What the hell is an appearance filter? How are we going to make Excalidraw work? And just this thing, like import rough cannot use import statement outside a module. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? And I don't understand, why does it go, I have a mock here. Why the hell does it go in there and try to do all this stuff? But, oh, god damn it. How do I get back the, I shouldn't have removed the, damn it. I shouldn't have deleted this stuff. Well, I can, it doesn't matter. No, wait, I think I need to try to make that work. But I'm not sure. Okay, so if I do this, does something break? No. Okay, I need that one. I need that one. I need that one. I don't need that one. I don't think I need export to SVG. Oh, where does it end? Oh, sorry. This was one. What the fuck? Where does it end? Get watermark. There it is. Okay, and I don't need that one. Okay, and I don't need appearance filter. So what I need from constant is default, what were they called? Default family and default vertical align. Default family. What? Oh, default font family and default vertical align. So I can take these two and I can put them into the export. Now I don't need this one. Cool. And T, what is this being used for? Okay, so watermark. Get elements and watermark. I don't want the watermark. Get elements and watermark. Okay, so we can just say elements here. Cool, which means that I don't need this one, which means I don't need this one. Okay, I have to go. We'll talk more later. Bye.